What's going on, guys? It's Char here, back with finally another video. As you could probably tell from the title of this video, probably talking about where I've been and plans for 2026. That's essentially what we're going to be talking about today. If your only interest is talking Marvel Champions, hearing Marvel Champions discussion, this probably isn't the video for you. It's more of an update video, but I didn't really feel right getting back into it after being gone for, I don't even know, I haven't even checked, probably a little over a month now from the channel. So essentially we're just going to be talking about it, but the little TLDW, too long don't watch. I'm not going anywhere. It was kind of a break, kind of burnt out, and you should be expecting more videos from me in the new year. Now, to get into the specifics for the people who care about it, feel free to throw me on in the background. It's just going to be a talking head video. I'm just going to be staring at my webcam and talking directly to you guys. Just kind of talking about what happened kind of at the end of last year into kind of this new year. It's almost the end of January without a single upload, and everything in between that. So I think last year, except for 1 week, I uploaded a video at least every single week, which I thought was a very big accomplishment for me, just having that consistency, being dedicated to the channel that much, and just getting out there and sharing my ideas and talking about the game. Again, I always reiterate this, and whether you believe me or not, the goal has never been to like grow the channel. That's kind of like the side effect, right? I'm glad there's people who are here who watch me and listen to me and engage in these discussions about a game that I love and enjoy playing, but if I wanted to grow the channel, I would operate the channel much more differently. It's almost like it's a diary or a log of some sort of kind of like my ideas with the game, stuff that I've come up with, stuff I think is cool, rather than kind of a channel where I'm like curating, making clips, or like really, branding and going out there and advertising myself and whatnot. It's just a different vibe, and there's not a correct or incorrect way, and I'm not like making fun of anybody or belittling someone for wanting to grow a channel and stuff like that. That's just not, and still has not been, my primary goal. I'm going to start going down the list one by one. I'm probably not going to do sections in this video, and it's probably not going to be edited very heavily, but kind of the first bullet point I had written out here on kind of what I wanted to talk about, the where I've been, is I guess in retrospect, I was feeling kind of burnt out. And it wasn't just around the channel itself, but also kind of like personal life, personal responsibilities, and things like that. To be fair, a lot of these were self-inflicted. So outside of the channel, I do try to like host a lot of things for me and my friends. Recently, I've been running a Pokemon Draft League while I was running the channel, and both of those things kind of were coalescing into a finish at the end of the year. I was finishing up Marvel Rewind, and I was also finishing up that Draft League, and there was also like a couple other things going on my plate where when all of them came to kind of an end at the end of last year, I really felt like, okay, I need to take a second for myself, right? That's where that burnt out feeling comes from. Not that I'm not enjoying the game, not that I'm not enjoying the videos and stuff like that, and stuff, and talking on the channel, replying to comments and whatnot. It was just more like all of these things kind of hit their like crescendo, their end point at the end of the year. And I'm like, okay, I felt that I needed a breather, so I was just going to take the breather and not try and get like, a video out every week like I have been, because I don't think it would have been very productive or made for very good videos. Kind of tied into that point, the next bullet point I have is just kind of relaxing for the holidays. I spent a lot of time with family and friends. The holidays are hectic. We're going here, there, cousin's house, mom's house, and stuff like that, spending time preparing, making food and whatnot. So, shopping. So it's a busy season in general. And after all my things kind of came to an end, Marvel Rewind ending and stuff like that, I wasn't feeling up to it, so I just took a couple weeks to myself. As you can see, I did want to get this out before the end of January, though, because I feel ready and kind of energized and re-prepared to go back into the channel in 2026. Another big factor is that I was talking about personal stuff, I was talking about the channel, but also professional in my work. During the holiday seasons, right before, it gets really busy until everyone kind of takes off for the holiday break, but it gets really busy kind of like that late November, early December era. So that, combined with Marvel Rewind ending, combined with me running kind of like that draft league and stuff like that, all that stuff really culminated into that really feeling, the feeling of relief afterwards, which is why I wasn't speeding back to get into uploading. I was just spending my free time relaxing versus recording videos, editing videos and whatnot, because it was a lot going on at that time. I want to address maybe some questions about my content that I'll ask to you guys, but also I'm thinking about myself where, first of all, like I said in the beginning, I'm definitely not quitting, not even close. But I was having kind of questions about my own content, the videos I want to upload on the channel, because after Marvel Rewind ended, or I don't remember what my specific last video was. I think it was the final episode of Marvel Rewind. I did record 2 videos. I don't remember what they were about. I think one of them was like the Synthezoid SmackDown unboxing and gameplay or something. And I just, when I recorded those 2 videos, I kind of, looked over them, and I didn't really get to edit them. But after I recorded those 2 videos, I didn't really feel satisfied with those videos. I didn't really feel like I wanted to edit or put them up. That could have been a part of being burnt out, but also maybe I just didn't really want to upload them. I wasn't feeling the content. Maybe I knew that I recorded them at a time when I wasn't super, excited about the game. I was feeling kind of low energy and whatnot, and I just didn't think they'd be good upload for the channel. So that also contributed to the drought a little bit, but also might beg a deeper question on what kind of videos I want to make on the channel going forward. And so it's kind of naturally leads into the next bullet point here, where at least for me, I want to do like more discussion vids. I want to do more collaboration videos, and I want to do more about multiplayer in this game, talking about multiplayer, playing multiplayer. The problem with multiplayer and gameplay is that it's so much harder to set up and make it look good and be entertaining than doing solo. So I don't know if the multiplayer gameplay will come out on the channel, but I do want to talk more multiplayer, and I have been, right? And a big part of this point is that in the beginning of 2025, I started as a solo player, right? Like I was all in on Marvel Rewind, and like I was making decks for solo. I was thinking about solo, but as soon as I, took the chance on the Con of Heroes, which were some of my first multiplayer games, my paradigm and kind of my viewpoint of the game shifted completely. I'm not a solo player. I was at one point, and it's just not my primary mode of play. I don't really play it recreationally. I'll play it on the channel if I'm like recording a video, obviously for Marvel Rewind, because that was the original goal of the series. But I'm just not a solo player. I don't think about the game in the solo lens outside of if someone brings it up. So I want to kind of shift away. I don't think I have been making solo content for a while other than Marvel Rewind, but I do want to continue that shift kind of away from it. And that might be a departure for some of you guys, but I think the game is so much more rich and fun to discuss theory craft and talk about when you have multiple players at a table, when you can do these combos, when the variance kind of lowers a little bit because you're not dying to a one turn, a flip down advance, right? I just think there's so much more to talk about the game outside the lens of solo. And then the next bullet point is me, an open call to action to you guys. What do you guys want to see on the channel, right? I talked about I want to do more discussion videos, which is stuff like my chart takes and like the random collab discussion videos. But what else would you guys want to see? I thought Deck Doctor, even though like the viewership, and again, my goal isn't growing the channel, the Deck Doctor viewership is kind of like whatever. It's pretty low, all things considered, but I have a lot of fun making those videos. I have a lot of fun talking about the theories behind my deck building, kind of the deck list that I centered on that works well for me and my play style, and just showing kind of that natural evolution of the deck building process. I might try to incorporate a little bit of gameplay or maybe a couple sample turns here and there just to kind of show how the deck works in actuality. But we'll have to see. We'll iterate on that one a little bit. But is there anything else you guys are interested in? I like talking about the game and I like discussing the game, but if we're talking like purely podcasting and stuff like that, I don't think that'll ever happen for me. I think that the space is too saturated with that, in my opinion. Like anyone could upload and do whatever they want. Don't take this as me discouraging you. I just don't think I necessarily bring anything new to that aspect of the game, and I think a lot of where my highlights is in the shorter form discussion videos, kind of like the chart takes or like having a random off collab on a specific topic here and there with another creator. I think that's really where my discussion chops shine, and so I think I want to stay in that lane at least for the foreseeable future. Going back to one of my earlier bullet points was question about content. Now that I'm not like the solo player, right? Now that Marvel Rewind is also done, where does my content go from here? And that's kind of where I've been having questions and why I'm coming to you as a community on what suggestions you guys have for what you want to see. Not that it's like imposter syndrome, but it's kind of interesting to think about. I never really thought about it super hard, but like, what is my niche in the space, right? Not that I have to be pigeonholed into one thing, but what do people come to my channel for? And I'd like to harness that and continue it and make it, even better, right? I think people, a big part might be personality plus talking about the game, but I'm not super sure about that. I hope you guys think I'm like funny or at least slightly entertaining. If you're watching this video, let me know up until this point. But I think that's kind of my highlight and my goal. I'm never going to be like the best player. I'm never going to be the best deck builder, but I do think I have a niche to talk and interact with the game as a fan, but also someone who can critique the game from multiple angles, from like gameplay, art. That was a fun April Fool's video I did the past year. So yeah, let me know down below. That's about it for the where I've been, but let's talk about future plans for 2026. I don't have a ton of bullet points for this section, but if you look at my channel update or channel in review in 2025, there was a couple goals I had on there. I don't think I ever put a sub goal because, again, even back then it was never my goal to grow the channel. But let's say I'd like to hit 500 subs this year. I think it will happen sooner rather than later. I've been gaining subs while I've been absent for like over a month, which is pretty interesting to me. I didn't know that I would still be recommended to people on YouTube being inactive that long. That's pretty cool. We're at like 450 almost right now, so I think 500 is just around the corner. I don't think 1,000 is super realistic unless I get a kick to start grinding the YouTube channel in the second half of the year, but 500, pretty cool. I'm also going to the Con of Heroes 2026. I went last year and had an amazing time. It was basically my whole paradigm shift on the game. So if you are going to that, let me know. Let's get a game in. Come chat. I don't know if you want an autograph. I did sign an autograph last year, and that's when I had like half the subscribers, which is super cool, I guess. But yeah, just come up, let's play a game, let's talk about it, and you get to know me, right? I'm just a normal person. I will be there. I think that's kind of in the May. I'll leave the link to the con down in the description below. If you're interested, you really should go. It's an awesome, amazing time, and I had a great time the last year. I think a couple of my other ones from 2025 was like making more short form content. I did make a short, and even though I had fun making it, I don't really have a ton of kind of inspiration or motivation to make more of them. I think if there's something super interesting that comes up and I find something that is really tailored to the short form content, I'd be open to doing more. But as of now, they're kind of on the back burner. As you could tell, I made one last year. And more collabs. I think I did achieve that goal. I had a lot of great collabs with like MC deck discussions and you know, gameplay video collabs and whatnot. Like I got it, and with Daring Lime, I had a ton of like great conversations throughout last year, just talking about and discussing the game. And I want to do more of those in the coming year, so I'd say that's something else to look forward to in 2026. That's basically it for me. This is just a big channel update video, updating you on where I've been, what I've been up to, and know that I'm alive. I am doing better. I was feeling a bit overwhelmed, dealing with some kind of like personal troubles over the holiday break. But I think I'm refreshed and ready to tackle another year of Marvel Champions. Super excited for all the content coming out this year. Super excited for Wonder Man and Hercules coming out next month. And be prepared for next video where I will be recapping my favorite picks from 2025. I'm trying to get it in. It should be in by Saturday, so hopefully before the first of the month is over. It's still somewhat timely, if not kind of overdue, for that recap. Again, this was a video I planned on doing at the end of last year, but I could not bring myself to record or edit or any of that after feeling burnt out. But we're back to it. We're going to do it, and I will see you guys there. I hope you guys enjoy that one. That's it for me today. Make sure to take care of yourselves. You know, say hi to family and friends, cherish them, cherish your time, and just spend time doing things you enjoy to do. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, stay active, have a good one, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.